Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Donovan, and tonight I'm excited to share with you a brand new pair of AirPod clones. These are called the V8 TWSs, and they come to me from a company right up there called QualityPods.com. So you can check them out in the links down below. So they have the white pair, they also have the black pair, and then you can also get them in kind of like a package deal where you get both of them for $65. So individually, they're $35, so you save $5 if you buy two pair at the same time from QualityPods.com. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and run right into it. So first thing I want to mention about these, so this is the V8s. These are the i10s. So I previously did a video about the i10s, and when I reviewed these, I said these were the best AirPod clone you could get at the time. Since then, there have been other better ones. Actually, I'd say right now the Air 2, which I just reviewed recently, those are the best AirPod clones. They're actually just like the AirPod 2's second generation. But these are considerably cheaper. So again, these are only $35, whereas the Air 2s that I previously reviewed, I think were like $80. So anyways, with that being said, notice that these are just like the i10s. So these are the i10s. These are the V8s. They look identical. Go ahead and pop open the case. And that's because basically these are just an updated version of the i10s. The big difference here being, and you could probably already see that as it popped up, these actually have the W1 chip. So that means they have the same animation you'd get with an AirPod, and they can automatically connect. So now I could just hit connect, they're connected. And then every time after that, every time I pull them out of the case, they'll automatically connect, and they will show the battery indicator just like the AirPods do. So these actually have the W1 chip. Not only that, but they also have Bluetooth 5.0. So connectivity is fantastic between these and an iPhone. They do also work very well with an Android device as well. So in terms of connectivity, zero issue with them disconnecting from each other. As far as range goes, they say 12 meters, and that's pretty much what I've been getting. Now, if I compare that up to like, my $200 Apple AirPods, the range here is I can literally go anywhere in my house, and I'm still going to have my AirPods connected from my basement to my second floor of my house. No issues there. Whereas with the i10s, the V8s, it really doesn't matter. Basically, I can go to my first floor, anywhere on my first floor, and I'll still have connectivity. But if I try to go up to the second floor, it'll start disconnecting. So from my basement to my second floor, that is, they'll definitely disconnect. So the range is definitely not as good, but still, they say 12 meters, which I would say is pretty much about accurate. Obviously, indoors, you're going to get better range until you start, throwing some walls in between the phone and the earbuds. The range won't be quite as good. In terms of sound quality, these are just as good as the i10s. I thought the i10s had good sound quality. These have good sound quality as well. Again, they're not going to be, the most bass heavy because neither are the AirPods. And part of that is because they just have no seal in your ear. So there's no way for them really to cancel out any background noise. And so as a result, you're not going to get as full or as rich of a sound as you would get with something that can actually do that, where it has a nice seal in your ear, has some noise isolation. These do not have that. And so as a result, the sound quality just isn't quite as good. But still, I would say 4.2 out of 5. So that's very similar to what I would score the AirPods as well. So $200 versus $35. And you can see these are, the charging case. These do not wirelessly charge, unfortunately. So that would be maybe just a little bit of a negative. Another negative, and let's just go ahead and jump right into it, is the battery life. So here, with the V8, I think if I scroll down here, they'll mention some of these specs. So we obviously have that, they say improved bass and sound quality, and I'd say it's still very good sound quality, just not the best out there. Pop-up animation, so that's that W1 chip, fast auto pairing, and again, that's because the W1 chip, one-to-one design, so they look exactly like an AirPod. The white ones do. The case does look slightly different from an AirPod case, but very similar. Improved phone call quality, and I would say phone call quality is definitely improved. I would say, if I gave the AirPods a 9 out of 10 on phone call quality, I'd say these are more like a 7 out of 10. The person just is going to hear a little bit more background noise here, but the overall sound quality of my voice coming through is pretty good. But here's the biggest negative: 2 to 3 hours of playtime, and I'd say it's pretty much 2 to 2.5 hours is what I'm getting. So not necessarily the greatest of battery life. So that would be probably the biggest negative here. If I could say one thing that would maybe cause somebody to not buy them, it would be the battery life. So 2 to 2.5 hours is still not bad, because oftentimes you're probably not going to be listening to music that long. But if you're binge watching Netflix and you're listening to them on your V8 TWSs, you're probably only going to be able to watch a couple episodes or maybe one movie before you're going to have to charge them up. And speaking of charging them up, you can see when I open it up, there's a little battery indicator there. So when I shut it, you can see these are pretty much, this case was charged a long time ago. That last light is blinking, and so that means I'm basically down to like 10% battery. Each one of these represents 25% battery of the earbuds themselves. So actually, if I open this one, it should show you, I think, if they're still connected. Maybe if I pull the black ones back in. So this is what the black ones look like. They actually started playing music because I hit the side there. So I'm going to go ahead and touch that again and pause the music. So this is what the black ones look like. You can see they do look slightly different from the actual AirPods. Got a little bit of my ear wax in there apparently. But anyways, yeah, so they do look very similar to the actual AirPods, but obviously not exactly the same. So now I want to go ahead and show you just some of the touch controls. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here. So one touch, so a single touch of the earbud is going to go ahead and play the music. So you can see that. Hold on, I don't think I actually touched it. There we go. All right, so now I'm listening to High High Hopes. If I double tap, that will go ahead and go to the next song. If I triple tap, so 1, 2, 3, it went back to the beginning of the song. Did it again, back to the beginning of the song. But if you do it really fast, you can go back to the previous song like you see there. And then the other one is you hold it down and you get Siri up. So, and that will also work with Google Assistant. So obviously if you're using a Android phone, it will work with there as well. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the music so I don't have to keep listening to it while I'm trying to make the video. That being said, for $35, really the only real negative I see with these is the battery life, but overall the V8 TWSs are a great option. So if you're looking for a quality pair of AirPod clones, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on the AirPods, but you want a quality pair of AirPod clones for $35 or 2 pair for $65. Check them out, qualitypods.com. Links down in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.